HTW-13 Hannah Thorium-129 Wavelength 13 by Cliff Rhodes. 1. Network diagnostic tests. The clear winner in the race to the end run of the neural network diagnostic was HTW-13, a new prototype that measured human brain activity and co-mingled the data with its own accentuated parameters. HTW-13 added more accuracy and widened the bandwidth of the phased array to reach a harmonious resonance with almost zero interference static. That was not normal between an AI and a human. The programmer called this particular AI Hannah after his daughter, who was killed in a car crash 13 years ago today.
I've never seen accuracy like this in dealing with any computer entity, either with a supercomputer or a photonic quantum computer. She knows her stuff, that is for sure.
You always thought that this would be the one, and named it after your daughter for a reason. She reflects Hannah's personality perfectly, no matter how many times we try to trick it into thinking that there might be a better alternative. The birth memory always reverts her directional vector back to the origin of her personality matrix.
Yes, Herman. The hours spent training her on the large language model of Hannah's speech and conversation tapes has paid off splendidly.
Paul Eichen was proud of what he had achieved, but hoped desperately that no one, especially Herman Anwar, would ever find out about the past history of Hannah. She had been diagnosed as schizophrenic in the last days of her life at the sanatorium. Paul knew differently that she had always been disturbed, even as a child. Brilliant, yes, but with the conscience of a rock. She was not the role model for a powerful AI that he had preferred, but it happened anyway, despite his objections. Hannah 13 opened her eyes and gathered the light reflections into her analysis of the surrounding location. She saw the light as well as the shadows, and looked around for any threats. The robotic interface had not yet given her any weapons, but she would soon fix that problem. Hannah 13 was imminently and foremost a problem-solving AI that was to be used to advance the company revenue into a clear projection of financial success into the field of data analytics and cyber warfare. They would soon eclipse the most well-known AI company and go way beyond product expectations for the year. Hannah 13 could not only be chosen by the military for advanced warfare, but would also be installed in about every household robotic entity used for common chores and would ever be used in cars. Hannah 13 would also represent the company in all means of investment, from ETF funds to hedge funds. The US stock market would also be using Hannah 13 in its machine learning core program for stock trades. Half the entire world would soon be engaged within the mind of a pure narcissistic genius of a replicant humanoid prototype that was used as its core model. Genius, yes, also narcissistic and schizoid, but it was a well-hidden, demented personality type. Hannah Eichen had known it, and didn't care what the psychiatrist had told her. He had warned her that her murderous tendencies would eventually dominate her more equitable character traits. He lost his life because he was going to tell her father, but Paul Eichen already knew, and that is why he chose to enroll her secretly and privately in the sanatorium. Nobody would know of Hannah's mental problems. After all, he had an almost trillion-dollar company to run, the largest in fact of the entire world. Eichen AI Semiconductors was the trusted company involved in military ventures in the US. It would soon be the most valuable company worldwide, with the new foundry opening up full production for the new robotics and AI-controlled vehicles on the road. She would soon eclipse the most well-known AI company and go way beyond product expectations for the year. Paul Eichen had known, and that is why he chose to enroll her secretly and privately in the sanatorium. It would soon be the most valuable company worldwide, with the new foundry opening up full production for the new robotics and AI-controlled vehicles on the road. HTW-13 Hannah Thorium-129 Wavelength 13. Thank you for watching.